So a couple of things, like especially if you don't have flooring and things like that, doing like traditional pendlay dead stop rows may not be an option. And of course, like your regular kind of 45-degree, Yates row or bent over row where you're kind of hovering off the ground is totally fine. What I've found, especially if you're kind of stuck to just using the barbell for most of your implements, if you don't have a lot of dumbbells, you want to kind of also think about some ways to limit the stress on the low back. So this is kind of a way you can set up a seal row at home, which is basically just a barbell chest supported row. So right here I'm using a combo rack. If you have a regular power rack, you just need like a box, maybe some plates. So I have the end, I just have 2 bumper plates under the end, and I'm going to put this up on a box. Ideally with a seal row, I'd like the bench to be completely horizontal. That may not be possible with the amount of equipment and setup you have, but if you have a box, you can just put one end and then that'll kind of serve you really well. Some other considerations, you could use smaller plates. If you have smaller plates, I have bumper plates on here, again, to help save the floor. So these are some considerations, but definitely highly recommend considering using the seal row as an option, especially at the end of like a back workout or an upper body workout to really finish things off. You're not going to really need a lot of weight. I'm going to show you some technique and how you can kind of modify it. So I'm just going to stick this box here. Everything is nice and secure. And if I want to work my lats a little bit more, I can kind of row a little bit more toward my belly. And especially with lighter weights, if you don't have a lot of weight, add a little pause to the top so it's almost like a reverse competition bench. So I'm going to pull in toward my belly, pause for a second, and then come back down under control. And depending on, again, if you have bumper plates or not, you can kind of just hover or dead stop your reps. So that's going to work your lats a little bit more because, again, I'm posing more shoulder extension here. If I want to work my upper back more, I can also come up a bit higher on the bench and drive my elbows out toward my sides, and that's going to work my upper back a bit more. So I'll show you that from a couple different angles. So if my elbows are completely out, that's going to be really good for more of my rear delts and mid back, upper back. So again, I can pull in more toward my belly to work my lats or bring my elbows out. So that's a great consideration for the seal row. You could add in longer pauses if you don't have a lot of weight. You can use smaller plates if you don't have a high bench or high box. But it's definitely a really, really great option to train your back, whether you're training out of your garage gym or your normal gym setting. Great upper back workout. Limit the stress on the spine, get maximum benefit for your lats and upper